Hi everyone, I'm Lisa Harper from Beyond the Call. It's great to speak to you all in this live. Thanks very much, Lindsay, for putting this together. As most people know, I am not a live person. I hate talking on camera, even though I'm so used to it now. I've been talking on camera for the past few years, and I now use my whole mouth, which is pretty good going. So if I do start talking out the side of my mouth, I'm really sorry. It's a bad habit I have of mine. So, who am I? What am I? And what do I do? First of all, I'm Lisa Harper. I am the founder of Beyond the Call. Now, Beyond the Call is a virtual assistant company which we go and help lots of different people. So how can we help people? Or let's just start. Hi Lindsay, how are we? What is a virtual assistant? Virtual assistant. My definition of a virtual assistant is someone who provides invaluable support for you and your business. We carry out the tasks that help you, the tasks that you either don't like, you cannot do, and believe me, there's nothing wrong with saying I physically can't do something. We all have our own strengths and weaknesses, and that's where virtual assistants come in really, really strong, is because we have so many transferable skills, and we can just keep helping you. So it's always important to find the best virtual assistant for yourself. Don't just go with anyone, find the best one for yourself. What else is it we do? Well, we actually give you more time, and which means that you can make more money within your business. Now, when people hear this and say, but I'll be paying out for a virtual assistant, say no, you're paying out for my time. Now, my time is half the time of what it would take you. So if you think, if I'm doing that for half the time and you have 4 hours back, so say you were doing something that used to take you 4 hours, if you have those 4 hours back to do what you do best, how much more money can you make? That's exactly how we make you more money, or we help you make more money, is because we take off those boring tasks. Now, a great analogy for this, and I know everybody does this, every single business owner puts something to the side. Now, some of them will hide it under a table, some of them will just put it to the side, slide it under their chair. It can be anywhere. These are the people I'm really looking for. And how can I help these people? Well, first of all, I have a call handling service. The reason why I have a call handling service, as you can probably tell, it's my great broad Scottish accent. It's nice and friendly for everybody. But this gives people a human touch. It improves businesses' customer satisfaction levels as well, because you're not leaving a message. I don't know how many people I've phoned and you leave a message and it's a garbled, rambled mess. That's what people hate. So doing that to a business, trying to get your point across and trying to inquire about things, it doesn't always work through a voicemail. At the same time, it doesn't always work when you are sending out emails constantly, because emails can get missed. I don't know about you, but I miss my emails all the time. Not for my business. My business, I can, are perfect. See my own personal account, I have thousands of emails in there that I just don't look at. A, because I subscribe to stuff. B, I've got too much time, too many things when I'm working in my own business that I don't actually go and look at my own personal ones, and that's where I have so many. But I've spoke to lots of different business people who have lots and lots of personal emails that they don't look at either, because they are spending too long looking at their own emails for their work. So the call handling service, I do a few wee different things for that. So with one client, I actually follow up with them. I help with their follow-ups. So I don't know if you get any leads in. When leads come in, they come in through text messages, they come in through emails. How do you respond to those people? Do you respond back through text? Do you respond back through email? Well, some of my clients get me to go and pick up the phone to them and get them put in the diary, because having that third party can sometimes be a wee bit better. Someone that can't answer too many questions for them because they don't have all the information, but someone who can put them in front of the correct person. So say I have got a phone call from Mr. Jones, and Mr. Jones is looking to speak to one of my clients, and he phones up, and I have my phone ready, and I pick up the phone. Good afternoon, Mr. Jones. It's Lisa here from, I'm not even going to mention a business name, but let's say it's from Now. It's Lisa from Now here. How are you? Oh, I'm good, thank you. Right, so how can I help you? Oh, well, I was actually looking to go and speak to Lindsay. Right, well, Lindsay's actually really busy just now, but I could get you put in the diary for her. When's suitable for you? Those are the best key questions, because you're thinking of them. You're not just thinking of yourself. Yes, we are busy business professionals, but we also have to think of our clients first and always put our clients first. So that's where that client bit comes in. So how can I help you? Do you want me to put you in the diary? I have other clients where I just need to answer the phone for them and take on the messages. I also have an out of hours call handling service, and I use this for short time. This is not a big long service. This is when you want a few days off. Say you're going on holiday, say the football's on. Yeah, we've all sat there, we've all sat watching the football, and you're like, I can't have a beer because my phone might ring. I'm still on business hours. Even when you're not on business hours, business people always think they're on business hours. When you own your own business, 24/7, even when it's closed. So say you want to have a beer, say you want to go and have time with your family. Can you really do that with your work phone tied to you? No. So what you do is you get everything diverted over to Beyond the Call. Beyond the Call will answer your phone between the hours of 6 and 10 p.m. at night. So that's our out of hours call handling service. Between the hours of 6 and 10, when people phone in for a wee inquiry, we can take their name, their number, what their inquiry is, and what time or when is the best suitable time to phone them back. Because I don't know if you've done it, but I have played telephone tennis with hundreds of people. You phone them, they phone you back. You phone them, you phone you back. And everyone's always busy. And before you realise it, you're just sending voice messages to each other. So that's to stop that and make sure that we are there. What other services do I do? So that's the call handling. I cover lots of different admin services. If you need some admin done, I'm your girl to go and do it. If you need something sorted out into alphabetical order or into chronological order, hey, I love those boring tasks. I don't know what it is. Total geek. So I will take in all your receipts. If you give me your box of receipts, I will put them all into a spreadsheet. I will take off all the VAT on it. I will have everything all documented, and then you will receive all your receipts in order. Now this is the big one, in order, so you can hand them over to your accountant and everything's so much easier to find. And that means that you're not paying your accountant so much as well, because your accountant's not phoning you up and saying, you have not put this in. So I do those type of bits. I answer emails for people. I do order taking for people. I have a few people who have online shops. It gets a wee bit too time consuming for them to be sitting in front of that computer all the time, especially if they're packing stuff up. So what I will do is I will take their customer inquiries for them, and I will get all their orders processed and sent over to them, which is a great wee thing. Lots of different admin services I do. I have one client who I update their CRM. Now this client has dyslexia, and I've already spoken with them, so they don't mind me talking about this. So this client has dyslexia and they don't like writing. They don't have the time to sit down and write, and they just have so many barriers that way. So the way we have managed to get across that is we use voice recording apps. So within like Facebook Messenger, WhatsApp, the ones that we all have. So I don't get people to go and get new software for this. I will help them out. So this client physically speaks into their phone every single day and sends it over to me. I get a voice recording of everything, and then I go and update all the databases and all the CRMs, and everything is all completed. So I am the one who does that for them. What else can I do? Well, I also do social media content creation. I sit in front of the computer for hours doing this, and now the reason why I do this is because I have never been inside the box. Now you know how people always say, think outside the box. Well, I'm about 3 miles outside the box. I still can't find where this box is. So I will look at your business. I will see where you need to have that interaction with people for your business. I will make sure that your messages are getting out there every single day, but not too much. You don't want to bombard people with information, just small bits of information. So that is fantastic there. Now another service I am just about to bring on is a networking service. Now I have not fully launched this yet. This is still in the early beginning, so now you are the first ones to hear it properly. I'm going to be starting a networking service. Now this is not me running a networking group for people. This is me speaking to small local businesses who just can't find the time. Now I know we've all spoke to people who are saying, networking's not for me. I just don't have the time to free up in my day to go and network. I find that this actually happens for a few different reasons. It's not just because they are too busy. this is actually because they are not confident to go out and speak about their business. Now, this is the service I'm going to offer. I'm going to offer a service where I can go out in these people's clothes, so make sure I'm branded up for them, so if they get me a wee t-shirt or a wee jacket, just whatever they wish, and I will attend networking events for them under their business. I won't even mention my business name. So this is a service I'm going to be offering to lots of different people, a few people, but yes, as many as we can. That means that we can get their company name out there, we can get their messages out there, we can try and advertise for them, and we can get them more business because we can go out and make these connections. Which actually leads me straight on to why I network and how I've managed to get my business to where it is, and it's only through networking. I don't overly advertise. I put some stuff up on social media, and that's about it. I go out and network, and people buy from people. So when people meet me, they usually quite like me. I am one of these fun, quirky little people. I'm always jumping about. I really am. Today, I'm very, very still. Even though I'm moving more than what I should for a camera, as you'll see, I do have my pen in my hand, so I've been sitting making sure that under the camera, I am moving my pen about, so my face is still. So how could I go and help your business? Well, I can go and build these relationships for you. If I can build these relationships and inform others what you do and who you are, being self, and that's what's going to be great for these small businesses that can't get out, is they're going to get noticed then, because there's so many businesses that get missed out there because either they don't have time or they're just spending too long having to deal with their social media. The marketing, it just goes on and on and on. There's so many different ways to market your business, and you've got to see where's best for yourself. I do prefer networking, and again, that's why I'm in Now. I love Now for this because I learn so much from Now, all the beautiful ladies that are in here. Lindsay is my mentor with everything. She has helped me go just improve so much more. If anybody had seen my live, I think it was maybe about this time last year, I don't think I was this confident on camera. Now, believe it or not, I actually network pretty much weekly on camera, so you would think I would be better off talking, but that's when I've got an audience, I can talk to people. Right now, I'm staring at myself, and it's actually really hard to keep focus all the time, not be looking at the comments coming up, and also keep having a wee eye on my notes. So yes, I've learned that multitasking to bring it in and to make sure I'm looking at you and at the camera. So why do I network? I network because I am self-employed. I work from home. As you can see in the background, I'm sitting on my couch. I have my table sitting in front of me, and that's how I work all day long. I start from 9 o'clock in the morning and I don't finish until 5 o'clock at night. Usually I turn off at 5 o'clock at night, but if I've got a wee bit extra, I will go on a wee bit longer. Being self-employed by yourself is very isolating. I do find that. You don't get talking to people a lot. You can actually just lose yourself and lose yourself in your own thoughts. So being out networking, it means that you break away from all your own thoughts, you get back outside your own head, and I'm sure a lot of ladies will agree with me there. You can go and build these relationships, and that's the main thing about networking, is building the relationships, because once people get to know you, they will buy from you, they will recommend you because they know the person you are. I love my networking to be structured. I like a nice structured meeting. I don't like to just go and pass out business cards because I don't feel I am accomplishing things. And I also feel that when you go to somewhere that just gives you business cards, you actually feel as though you're just being sold to left, right and centre, and that's not what we're all there for, because although we're all selling, we're not all there to buy at the same time. But if we're all out there if we all go and get our names out there and to get our messages across, we're going to get far more business from that. Now let me see, where can I go from here? Well, so that's Beyond the Call, but I actually have another wee venture that has just been getting kept quite quiet, but it's been running for the past 4 months now, and that is the Business Minds Book Club. So before I go on to Business Minds Book Club, I'm just going to give you my wee tagline, and I love a tagline for a business, and here's my tagline for Beyond the Call. Beyond the ball with Beyond the Call, and give Lisa a call. And as you see, it rolls off my tongue. So that's a way to make myself memorable when I go networking. So Business Minds Book Club. What's that? This is a group that I put together. It's just a Facebook group just now, and we meet on Zoom. Now, why did I do this? I've sat with so many groups and so many different people getting inspired by different books and chatting about different educational speeches, and how many times you watched a TED Talks and then went, oh, do you go and talk to someone, and then you can't talk to anyone about it because nobody else has seen what you've seen. So I started Business Minds Book Club for that reason. We are a collective of business people. You don't have to be a business person, but because we are more geared towards more business books and more motivational stuff, I called it Business Minds. Again, most of my friends all own businesses. Everyone I know kind of owns businesses these days, because I'm just in that business environment all the time. So Business Minds Book Club, it's a free event. We all go and get our own books in. We have a poll every single month to try and choose a new book. So lots of different members will give their suggestions, and we will put those suggestions up and we'll see who has the highest number. So this month we're actually reading Atomic Habits by James Clear, I think. I know it's Atomic Habits, just don't know who it's by. So as you can tell, I've not started reading it properly yet. So this is this month's book. Last month we read, what was it? That was a Simon Sinek book, The Infinite Game. That was a really good book. Beforehand, we've read like a Dory Clark's The Long Game, and we've also read a James Maxwell one about leadership. So there's a nice variety there, and again, everybody gets to have their own opinion and their own say. So what do? We meet up once a month after we've read our book, or listen to our book, because quite a lot of people love Audible. So we just sit and listen to our books. We all come together and we have a friendly chat. There's no main structure to it apart from how did you enjoy the book, and do you think you can implement this in your life or business? That's our two questions that we ask. Now, I don't want people to just come along if they've only just read the book. I want people to come along if they've not read the book, because I want to inspire people. I want to bring more people in and get more people reading. There's a reason for this, is I am a total bookworm. I am a lover of books. I have probably owned over a few thousand books, I would actually say, by the time I counted them all together. That's not just hard copies, that's on digital format, that's on Audible format. There's so many different formats that I have books for that it's probably a bit of an addiction, to tell you the truth. Probably a better addiction to have than any other you could have, but that's my addiction, buying books. So Business Minds Book Club, we all come together. I want people as well to come along who have not read the book, because I want them to be inspired to think, that might be a book for me. There's a reason for that as well, because a lot of people are scared to pick up business books. I know I was at first. It was actually one of my friends that got me into reading more business books, because I was like, nah, that's all right, I'll read another educational book, I'll read something maybe on psychology or something like that. And I thought, nah, just people talking about their business experiences. I didn't think that was going to work, but reading them, yes it does, because you can relate to them so much more. So I love this wee group. I want to grow it this year, and see how far we can get it. So if anyone watching is wanting to join, I will make sure the links are all put in the comments. And for anybody who's looking for a virtual assistant, I want you to make sure that you speak to your virtual assistant. Make sure that you have the right match. Make sure that your personalities match. Make sure that your work ethics match. There's so many of us out there, and we're all brilliant. Now, I'm not dissing anybody, we are all brilliant, but we all have our own skills, and you need to find someone who is the perfect person for your business. You don't just rush this. This is not something you could ever rush, is choosing a virtual assistant. You've got to really get to know them, get to trust them, because you're handing your business over to them. Now, the people that I usually find are the people that hate giving up control. I'm also one of those people, believe it or not, but I can, because I know how much I hate giving up control, I can work with you really well with that, because I listen to you then. Without sounding too soppy or anything, If you tell me how to do something, I can follow that to the T. I don't have to make up my own way. Now, that doesn't mean that I will not use my own initiative. I will use my initiative all the time. If I can find a quicker way, once I've learned your way, I will try that, and we will try and get all the timings down. My aim is to keep growing the clients, keep growing networking, keep growing the book club, and see where it takes us in the next few years. So I would like to thank Lindsay again for putting this on for us, giving us this opportunity. I've now been speaking for 20 minutes. I think I'm going to give up there, or else I'm just going to start rambling. And there's nothing worse than someone rambling. I could actually finish with a joke, but I really can't think of a good one just now. I should have thought of that first, shouldn't I? For everybody else who's done their lives today, well done. They have been absolutely wonderful. I've been sitting listening along while I've been working this morning. I am just looking through the comments just now. Thank you, Lindsay. I know you love my accent. I don't actually hate it, believe it or not. I don't mind it. Years ago, I thought it was just too squeaky. I am a very high-pitched person, and I didn't realise that, but I'm also low-pitched at the same time. It's very strange. Scottishness. And yes, you're always open it now. You're correct there, Lindsay. No, given. Yes, I can also put email. Yes, Lindsay, answering your question, I can always add group questions and putting things into add emails into spreadsheets as well, so we can do all that. Joy, I knew you had the same addiction as me. we should compare book collections one day. We will do that over a nice coffee. And thank you so much, Andrea. Thank you so much for joining in today. It's been a pleasure, and I hope you actually understand a little bit more about what I do and how I can help you out. So if you do, and this is what I tell everybody, I want you to listen out for people who either say they're too busy to do something, who are too frazzled, or are hiding work. That's the main one. People that hide work to try and avoid it, they're the ones I really want to speak to, because they're the ones I can really, really help. So, as the tagline goes, everybody be on the ball with Beyond the Call, and give Lisa a call. And I thank you at that. Thanks, bye bye.